Hello and welcome to this Spark tutorial of how to download or transfer a dataset with AWS S3. In this video tutorial, we will learn how to download or transfer Spark datasets over 5 GB in size with AWS. First, we will learn how to get an AWS account, install the command line interface for AWS, and entering the commands to acquire a copy of the Spark dataset. In this last segment, we will look at how to download or transfer datasets with the AWS command line interface. We will look at the difference between downloading a dataset versus transferring datasets, downloading a dataset to your computer, transferring a dataset to your S3 bucket, downloading or transferring part of a dataset, and copying the citation of a dataset. Downloading a dataset transfers the data directly from the AWS S3 bucket for the dataset directly to your local computer. Transferring makes a copy between the S3 bucket for the dataset and your S3 bucket that you created and specify. The data remains in the cloud. When you want to use the dataset or part of it with your software or your own models, you will want to download. There is a cost per megabyte downloaded. When you want to make your own copy of a dataset, or you want to make use of some of the AWS services to compute, it is best to transfer. There is not a cost to transfer within the same region, but there are storage costs and charges for other services used. From Spark.Science, navigate to the dataset you wish to obtain. Make a copy of the S3 bucket URL address. This is not a website address and will not work in your web browser. You will use this later. Make a copy of the AWS region where the dataset S3 bucket is hosted. Most often, this will be US East 1. In this step, we will download a dataset to your computer. We need to use the following format to download a dataset to our computer. Type the command on one line and press enter after. In this example, I am going to download dataset 30 revision 7. The first step is to create a folder on your computer to house this dataset download. In the command line, we want to type in the following: AWS S3 CP for copy, the S3 URL, the local path where you want to put your dataset. On the Mac, you can easily drag and drop the folder you created into the terminal. Type --request -payer requester --recursive. So what this means is use the AWS command, an S3 process, the copy command, the S3 URL of the dataset, dataset number 30, reversion 7, the local path to your computer, followed by request payer requester, meaning you will pay for the charge, --recursive, which means get all the dataset files and folders within until there is no more. Once we have confirmed that the information is correct, we can go and start the download. Press return to start the process. The dataset download to your computer is now complete. In this third step, we will see how to transfer a dataset to your own S3 bucket. As with the last example, you want to open the terminal and type in the following command: AWS S3 sync for synchronize, the S3 URL from the dataset, the AWS address of your S3 bucket. In this example, I'm using my own AWS S3 bucket called AWS spark-tutorial, followed by --request-payer requester. To summarize, an AWS S3 command synchronizing from the Spark S3 dataset, dataset number 30, revision 7, the S3 address of your bucket, which will be different than this one, request payer requester, meaning you will pay for this transfer. Since the regions for both S3 buckets are the same, there will be no charge for transferring this data. You will only pay for your storage costs. Confirm your request, and when this checks out, press Enter to start the transfer. The transfer to your S3 bucket is now complete. To verify that your transfer has been completed to your own S3 bucket, sign in with your IAM user account. Open the S3 service. Navigate to your S3 bucket that you created. And now you should see that the S3 bucket now contains the transferred copy of the S3 bucket from Spark. In this final example, we will show you how to use AWS to download or transfer part of a dataset from Spark. On the Spark portal, navigate to the Dataset Details page for the dataset you wish to download, and using the file browser, navigate to find the path of the dataset folder that you wish to download specifically, or the dataset file. Append that path to the end of the S3 URL that we used in the prior examples. In this example, we would download dataset number 44, reversion 2, the files folder, and everything within the derivatives folder. In this example, we will copy to our local computer. Type in the following command: AWS S3 CP for copy, the dataset S3 URL, followed by the path to the files or folder that you wish to specifically download. In this case, files/derivative. Type in the local path where you want to download it to your computer, and end again with --request-payer requester. And for the copy, --recursive. This last part is not needed when we are synchronizing with an S3 bucket. When the command looks correct, press Enter to download the selected files and folders to your computer. Specified folders or files will be now downloaded to your computer. To transfer between buckets, modify the previous with the formula used in this example. And finally, you want to copy the citation for the use of the dataset. Visit the Dataset Details page of the dataset that you are downloading or transferring. Copy the citation in the preferred format, or click the link for crosscite.org for more formats. Thank you. This concludes the tutorial for downloading datasets with Amazon's S3 service. We hope the tutorial was useful for you. For more webinars and tutorials, visit bit.ly/sparkvideos.